I'm snooping in a dead man's fridge. It's not an official post-mortem, but he's still upstairs in his bed and I need an answer now. This book starts with me trying to diagnose the death of Chris, my father-in-law, by looking in his fridge. We found him dead in his bed after 8 days. It was sudden. It was unexpected. And the fridge was quite helpful, actually.
I did not deal well with this bereavement. I started stalking my friends online to make sure they were still alive. I have a foolproof system. And while my husband Dion dealt with his grief with almost heroic grace and poise, I descended into a horrendous bout of pajama-clad agoraphobia. I tried to cure it by going to the supermarket and buying a sandwich, and then a nice lady approached me. Now, she was, in real life, just a nice lady trying to offer me a discount on Jaffa cakes, and I treated her like she was a toothless demon growling, "Give me a kiss." I threw the sandwich down and ran home. Fail. I used to live in Mexico, and I thought back to when I first moved there and the place exploded into colour for Day of the Dead. And I asked someone why they were hanging skulls everywhere, and they told me about their attitude to death. And they said, "No tenemos miedo. We are not afraid. We are not afraid of death." What? This made no sense to me at all. I'd never even seen a representation of death on the TV, like a cemetery or a skull, without it being accompanied by spooky music. So I sat and I looked for death festivals around the world, places where they react to death by throwing a party rather than a sandwich. And I found them. I'm writing a book about how to live with death anxiety, and the thread I'll be following is a trip to 7 death festivals, or deathtivals. Along the way, I'll be meeting some weird and wonderful characters and asking some big questions. Are atheists really more afraid of death? Does knowledge of our mortality make us less kind to other people? Are men with death anxiety more likely to excuse violence against women? Why is this voodoo priestess talking to a doll 30 seconds into our interview? Why did a man in Derby keep his wife's corpse in the bedroom? What's the etiquette around mentioning zombies when people are exhuming their loved ones? Is it okay to take a selfie with a skull? Do older people in California really think an $8,000 injection of teenagers' plasma will make them young again? And why is California the global center for people trying to outsmart death? 7 deathtivals. One for every day we didn't find Chris. Come with me.